2, 3, 4, 5. Across the globe, weddings are a sacred celebration of the union of a man and woman by marriage. There are many diverse cultures that make up this world, and each culture has their own beliefs, traditions, celebrations, and customs that create the very unique and diverse weddings. In Greek culture, weddings are joyous celebrations that are full of tradition and symbolic religious customs. From the pre-wedding customs and religious ceremony to the traditional dances of the bride and groom, Greeks have a very unique approach to marriage. In Greek tradition, like our own and many others, before the engagement can take place, the groom must meet the bride's parents and ask for their daughter's hand in marriage. Once the parents have given the groom permission to marry their daughter, the engagement is made official and the rings are blessed by a priest and worn on the third finger of the left hand. One custom that is seen in Greek tradition that's not commonly seen in other cultures is the giving of a dowry from the mother to her daughter. A dowry is a box of a variety of things like sheets, towels, and other household items that the mother has collected over the years and gives to her daughter to prepare her for her duty as a wife. The giving of the dowry has always been an important part of the pre-wedding customs in Greece and is still practiced by Greeks today. Once the week of the wedding finally arrives, the bride's family collects a tree branch with 5 twigs and an apple and a red wool are tied to the branch and displayed outside the bride's house as a wedding flag that is called a sombrero until her holy union. In old Greek tradition, still upheld by some but not by most, a wedding could only take place on certain dates during the year that like Lent or Christmas holidays of Christian observance. But in modern day, the day of the wedding is whenever the bride and groom choose to be. Once the day arrives, the festivities begin. The groom waits outside the church with the bride's bouquet, accompanied by the guests for the arrival of the bride. When the bride arrives, the groom hands her the bouquet, and they enter the church together, and the guests follow as they make their way to the altar. The marriage ceremony in Greek tradition is divided into 2 parts. The first half of the ceremony is called the service of betrothal. The priest begins with blessing the rings for the second time by holding the rings in his right hand, and with it makes the motion of a cross above the couple's head. After they're blessed, the rings are placed on the third finger on the right hand. The second half is known as the sacrament of marriage. This part of the ceremony begins with the speaking of several prayers. After the prayers, the priest joins the right hands of the bride and groom that remain joined until the end of the wedding. After this, the bride and groom are adorned with crowns blessed by the priest that are connected by a single strand of ribbon that symbolizes the couple's union. Once this is done, the first miracle of Jesus, where at the wedding he turned the water into wine, is read from the gospel, and the bride and groom drink from a cup filled with wine 3 times each. After the symbolic drinking of wine, the priest leads the couple on the ceremonial first walk 3 times around the altar. Upon the completion, the bride and groom are showered with rice from the observing guests of their holy matrimony. The bride and groom are finally officially married. After the marriage ceremony is the Greek wedding tradition of celebration. During the celebration, different traditions are used, like party favors are given to the guests, and they perform traditional dances. 2 traditional dances seen at Greek weddings are the Isaiah dance performed by the bride and groom and the Colosamantino performed in a circle by the groom and bride and their guests. Along with this, wedding gifts are given, traditionally as money pinned on the dress and suit of the bride and groom, but more modern Greek weddings choose not to go for the traditional money throwing and pinning gift giving and instead choose to go with wrapped gifts. The more widely known practice of tradition of Greek weddings is the symbolic plate smashing. The bride and groom smash plates as good luck and good fortune and abundance. After the groom and bride smash the plate, the guests yell out "Opa." It's always a fun experience to be able to see how other cultures celebrate different milestones in life. Weddings are an important part of life in every culture and every part of the world. Being able to be a part of such an important part of life is special, and even more special when you get the opportunity to celebrate events like weddings through someone else's cultural tradition. Greeks have a very unique and traditional approach to weddings that have been passed down from generation and generation and will continue on to future generations. Questions? What kind of food do they eat? The usual food consumed at Greek weddings are Greek foods that are entrees, soups, main meats, fresh seasonal vegetables, fresh seasonal salads, desserts, and special festive cakes.
Do they exchange traditional vows?
No, instead of exchanging traditional vows, the priest just blesses the rings and the crown and so on and so forth.
Do the wedding ceremonies always take place in the church?
Like any other wedding, you can choose the traditional approach or the non-traditional approach, but most Greek weddings do take place in the church.